Boom, boom. Y'all on, woo, woo, woo. About to hip y'all to some stuff real quick. Just making sure I'm hooked up on everything. Literally just walked in the house. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is what's going on. This is what's going on. I pre-recorded this interview with Rashan Ali right last week. I was at the I was shooting this movie and I wasn't able to run this interview. So I'm running it right now. It's gonna be a beginning that's gonna be a little confusing because it's gonna say from some about last week, but don't worry about none of that. I'm looking for it right now. Hold on a second. Shout out to everybody. Let me see. Let me see. Where's it at? Where's it at? Okay. Here, actually, here's it go. Here it goes right here. Enjoy this. Rashan Ali is my homegirl for life. You're gonna love this. 2 trillion thoughts. Come on. 2 trillion thoughts. With GRIFF. 2 trillion thoughts. He's got thoughts from the west side. And he took it all the way to the east side. Everybody just feel the vibe. Now say 2 trillion thoughts, baby. Let's talk about it. Gotta talk about it. Let's think about it. Think about it. 2 trillion thoughts, baby. So, I'm shooting this movie in Atlanta. Christmas frat house, Christmas at the frat, something shit. But anyway, I just wanted to play this Rashan Ali interview. You are gonna love it. This is my very, very great friend. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Rashan Ali. Let me give her. Hold on. Let me do it right and give her the thing. Hey, I told y'all this is her, Rashan Ali. Let me give her a bio without reading. From Decatur, Georgia.
East side.
Like this. For the people For the people that's listening, take your hand, take your ring finger and touch it with your thumb, then point your pointer finger to the left.
Yeah.
East side. She
East
taught
side.
me that. Went to Florida A&M, FAMU on a swimming scholarship.
Yes.
I believe she still has a state record or in the top 3 state records as an 11-year-old or a 10-year-old, something young, right?
Well, it was a relay, so it was like a bunch of 10-year-olds.
Oh yeah,
that record stood from like 1985 to like 2015.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Good.
So somebody broke it.
Oh, good. So went to FAMU, came back to Atlanta. I met her in '99 at a football game. Her father is the Cobb County's most winningest football coach.
Yes.
But let's just stop there for a second because I had this on my list as well. This lady makes me respect females who know sports. Now, we're going to talk about football hard because she was the little girl on Remember the Titans.
Yes, that was me.
The daughter. That was her for real. Rashan Ali not only will tell you the difference between a 3-4 defense and a quarter defense, but she'll also know who the assistant coaches is for the offensive line, for just the cornerbacks, the linebackers. She's so sweet with football. While I was on air with her, Radio 1's Hot 107.9 in Atlanta, she was teaching women football classes. She taught them like they saw how much fun she was having, and Rashan was fine and hip and had her stuff together, but knew sports like a dude. And I want to tell you that with her, I don't have to say sports like a dude because it's some dudes that can't hang with Rashan.
Yeah, most of them can't, baby.
Yeah. I know you give them a little, but you don't want to be like, that wasn't even the same safety, though. What else can I say about her? Movies. She actually just finished her acting class before we started this. Mother of 2. Wife, best friend. That's what she is to all her friends. I never slept with, but not because I ain't want to try like they was ugly, because they all fine. Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh
It's
my
a bunch of
God.
all fine ones, but I had so much respect for them, and I had so much fun with them because
Right.
Rashan Ali, like Erica Campbell, like Wanda Smith, like my mama, is a tomboy.
Mm-hmm.
And tomboys ain't funny looking husky jeans. Can't Tomboys was the finest girls normally that just wanted to see what the boys was doing when they was young. And she
Yeah.
could ride a bike fast and she could race. She was the one that, like, that's Rashan Ali to me. Rashan, why is Aaron Rodgers so mad?
I don't know.
Man,
It came out of nowhere, or did it?
man.
Or has it been brewing for quite some time?
I know he hated the one-eye coach, and then they sent him on
Right.
quick. You know what I'm saying? But then they replaced him with the rookie coach who came
Right.
in.
And I thought that they had a good rapport and they were
But
like
I,
getting it
but
together.
I heard it ain't him. He hate the management. He said he
Oh,
ain't coming back till the GM is fired. And now he like, I don't even care if y'all fire dude. Like, is Aaron Rodgers about to start? I hate the GM.
yo, I don't know. I don't know. But you look at this situation, and that's why I hate to bring up Deshaun, but like that's what Deshaun was attempting to do. But you can't attempt to do something when somebody got something on you, man. Even if as innocent as it probably is with Deshaun, as innocent as it probably is, you can't give these folks nothing. You can't give them nothing. And they will put you in your little place because guess what?
Rashawn
It's
went to
still,
nobody ever talked to Deshaun Watson about nothing to 21 alleged sexual harassment problems in 8 days.
baby. Tell you something about what these folks will do and show you who's still in control.
You're not gonna get $140 million from me and think you want to go somewhere because your boys left.
No, Mass ain't gonna have that. Mass
Not
ain't
a,
gonna have that.
not 100 billion million.
Baby. And I hate it. I love the kid. I love the kid.
Because we know him from the A. We love him for
Yes.
real. We love him because we know how smart he is. Rocket scientist smart. He was hanging around the Falcons for a couple seasons while he was at Clemson. The dude was the epitome of high football IQ, Rashawn.
Right.
And the man just was unhappy out there in a, oh
It's
man.
bad. It was bad. It's bad. It's bad. I mean, definition of a smear campaign. But again, you can't get smeared if ain't nothing. If all they need a little bit. All they need a tiny bit. They just need a little bit.
How much they
Little bit.
need?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And this is not to be, obviously we're not being insensitive to any woman who has
Oh,
experienced
no.
anything.
Ever. But
Similar
what a
to
corinky dink.
just out of nowhere.
I mean, what a
Real, and the attorney knows the owner.
you
And the
gotta do it
neighbors,
like this with your finger like a cartoon. Squeak it, squeak it, squeak it,
right.
squeak it, squeak it.
And all of the media people, like the sports media people, they have to be so careful. They know what it is, but they can't say it.
I was in Houston and the whole town was saying what we not talking about right now. The whole town, like
Black,
football
white,
fans.
indifferent, everybody. Yeah.
Man, don't do him like that.
But
Okay.
don't smear his whole like you're killing his like everything.
I knew it was bad. I was cool with the hearsay. I was like, they doing him dirty and that's cold. But when Nike left,
Ooh. Because even Nike execs probably know, like, it's really not, but we would look bad if we stayed on.
we can't come off this Colin Kaepernick campaign and then push the shoes and have 1,000 women calling us up here with commercials and proper videos.
Right.
Listen, it's funny because when you talk about Deshaun Watson and these women allegations, then instantly Bill Cosby come to me, right? So remember, it was just 3 women said Bill was nasty in the 60s, and 3, and now 41 women, and now
you're like,
I mean, Bill, we all, Bill, you don't know how to have a good time and go home, dog.
Right.
You gotta.
I mean, I promise you, Courvoisier was probably enough.
Anyway.
Okay, let's get off that.
Draft. Who'd you like in the draft the most? Can I just
Listen,
tell you?
Can I tell you this?
Go ahead. Ladies always first.
I have not been as engaged in the sports world as I once was. I think the pandemic hit, and I just, and then sports didn't look the same. So because it didn't look the same, I became literally disenfranchised with most of it because it just didn't feel the same. So I can't tell you much about the draft.
And you a sports girl. You felt like that for reals for the last year? Cool on everybody?
Cool on everybody and everything. I'm like, game on. You know, I mean, like, I like the whole experience. The fans,
everything,
sideline report, like everything was just weird. You know, the last, year and a half has been weird, but it just made me like really just kind of retreat. I mean, I knew the boy from Clemson was gonna go number one. Like I knew like the basic stuff and all the stuff that was going on with Justin Fields. I'm glad he landed in Chicago. All of that.
And that's all I was about to go to you with. That wasn't going. I don't care about number 276.
Okay, good.
I hate the Buckeyes forever. You know that, go blue.
Right.
But I was so happy for the city of Chicago.
Right.
Oh my God, y'all might have got you one. Yeah. That boy a problem. He disciplined, and he also has a very high NFL football IQ.
And another thing, Griff, he comes from a great family. So their youngest daughter played softball with Bailey when they were my oldest daughter. When they were doing the travel team for softball. And I think even he said she's the best athlete out of all three of them because he has a younger sister that played softball at UGA as well. But she is at 9, like 9, 10. I was like, this girl.
Yeah, nice.
And I had to figure out, like I found out later on, like the relationship and who she was and all of that because her mom was always nice. It wasn't like, hey, I'm Justin Fields' mom.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Never.
but she was amazing. So, but they come from a great family, supportive parents, and so you hope to see him really, really do well.
Najee Harris to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I don't be knowing. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, the Alabama running back.
Oh, dude, yeah, him. Good. Where did the receiver, the skinny receiver, the Heisman Trophy? Where did he go? Oh, look.
Miami?
Ish.
You sure? Philly. Like Miami or Philly. I know you talk about, oh, dang. Yeah, you would do that.
I'm sorry. I don't remember.
Alabama,
where you go?
Heisman, NFL. I spelled all that wrong. The Eagles.
The Eagles. Okay. Woo.
that could be, that could be beautiful for them two Alabama boys to be back together.
Mm-hmm.
That could be fun over there in Philly. In basketball, I love the Hawks MLK jersey.
Aren't they nice? They gave me one too. I got one upstairs. I know.
I love what it means when you see it on TV. Like,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody chose other stuff that you could put MLK.
Right. Yeah. That's how you represent Atlanta to the fullest.
Let me tell you about Atlanta, man. For the people y'all know I'm West Side, but this is what's crazy. I spent more of my life in Atlanta than I did in California.
Right.
Atlanta taught me everything. Atlanta taught me game. The first time I came to Atlanta on a bus by the Greyhound in front of Magic City, probably in 97, April of 97 to be exact, a dude ran up on me and was like, hey man, I got this necklace. It was an Admiral, one of those ones that had an anchor, like an Admiral.
Yeah.
And it was fresh. It was fresh as all get out. It was in a nice box. It had the price on it. I'm fresh off the bus. How much you want for it? $60. Let me get that up out you.
Right. And that was your intro.
Took it to Cumberland Mall and had it cleaned and messed their machine up. That was my first time at Cumberland. The way the paint or whatever that was made of, what it did to their real gold and diamond machine, they were so mad at me.
Oh my God.
But I also saw clubs on Tuesdays with every human being you ever read about in a BET magazine or a G magazine or a Right On. Left Eye, Jermaine Dupri, the Brat, Outcast.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah, this happened on. There was an industry event on Monday, and I'm like, I'm in there with. You're getting old. Let me tell you this. I'm in there with T.I., Tiny, and both of their oldest sons.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and then I got another one for you, Griff. So I'm walking around. It's supposed to be an industry event. It ended up being like a party or whatever. So a young guy walks up to me. He was like, "Mr. Sean, Cortez told me." Cortez is one of Lil Wayne's managers.
Of course.
He told me you were over here. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm signed to J. Cole's label, and I've been listening to you since I was in middle school. I said, "Boy, go on. Get on out of here now. Get on out of here." I said, "Oh, I gotta go home. I gotta go." It's T.I. I remember when we signed T.I. I was working at LaFace Records. When we signed T.I.
Remember, you went on a plane with T.I. that ain't have a private jet that ain't had no AC.
We almost died together. And he was the calmest one on the plane.
I remember when T.I.'s I got my beat down low. I remember where I was at.
Yes. We were on that bus, right? The Wave 4 bus. Boy, rest in peace, Wayne Brown. That boy, let me tell you something. Mr. Brown always made us feel like royalty. Even when the city was like, yeah, who are these people? What are they doing? Whatever. Mr. Brown, he was the only one that held us down, man. He held us down.
Wept when he passed, but I think of good stuff about him when I think of him because he always had integrity. Always. He was around a lot of people like OGs in the game that really took us to the side. And we're talking about when we were on the radio in Atlanta from 05 to 08 together with the 18 Morning Show. And it was called the 18 Morning Show, Atlanta's team, because they ain't even have a name at first. We didn't. And we were saying on air every day when we first started, we still together.
The morning show. It was awful. Like nobody
they just put us on air and kind of walked away.
Yeah, like
and then Akini recognized the opportunity and really did something special. We did something real special in Atlanta in the morning. That was fun. Like even so fun. Remember when we would get mad at the music and be like, "Hey man, don't listen to that with your kids in the car, man." we love him too. Remember when Soulja Boy called? When Soulja Boy called, and the first time he did his radio interview, you remember what I told him because of what he said?
What'd you say?
Remember, he said, "Man, I got straight F's. I flunked out of school." I said, "Don't ever say that again, young man, ever."
Right. Hey, you know what I was thinking about? I was riding down the street the other day, and I was thinking about when you would have one of your nights, and you would come into the studio, and then you'd be looking at me. I'm trying to do a break. I would have said, and you looked at me like this to try to make me laugh. I said, he done had Crown Royal 3 ices times 5. I said, this dude is crazy.
Rashan, we had so much fun.
So much fun.
So much fun in the morning that I don't have a favorite time. I don't have a favorite time. I just always remember. And if 3 of us out of the 4 of us, if 2 of us was there, that'd be awesome. But if it was more than 2 of us, and then remember, Empress Cersei ain't know how to be around us, and we had to teach him. Empress Cersei, you was hella cool. Like we loved everything about you. Swagless. He
say that.
He was no. He was such a businessman, cool as hell, had money and everything. He was sweet. He just didn't know how to be around us.
Right, because we were a different breed.
Yeah, like we was all, so it took him, so on V103 when I was on with Frank in 99, the Y2K bug, and everybody was scared in December and said in January 1st, all our social security numbers are going to be turned, and they were scared of the Y2K. So I added it to my name because I kind of loved everybody else's fear and I wasn't scared. Griffey 2K.
That's how that came about.
That's
Yep.
where Griffey 2K came from. And then people just start calling me 2K. My brother is 48 this year. And he called me 2K only.
Only.
Like it just 2K. So Beyonce upgrades herself on a song, maybe in 07.
Mm-hmm.
So I said I would no longer like to be Griffey 2K. I would like to be Griffey 2 trillion. 2 trillion. And I'd start making everything 2 trillion. So that was since 07.
Remember Wayne didn't want you to do that? Like he was like, you need to stick with your name because of just notability.
That's what Frank said.
Yeah.
Don't change your name. I can call myself Louisiana Sausage Meat. Every morning, 6 to 10, it's me, Louisiana Sausage Meat, and Rashan Ali. You can't tell nobody. You can't tell Wolfman Jack. Don't name yourself after a wolf, dog. Like that was 2 times they told me. Don't say Griffey 2. Don't say Griffey 2K. Griffey 2K, Frank. Griff. So Empress Cersei would only call me Griff. He would say, "Hey, it's the 18 morning show. Empress Cersei, Rashan Ali." And Griff 2K sometimes. And Rashan would always say, trillion.
Trillion. Trillion.
So everybody in Atlanta still, they be like, trillion.
Trillion.
It's them copying Rashan. Remember when Purple Ribbon, that song came out and we gave away the freshest purple car I ever seen? Probably
Did
ever.
we?
Remember?
I don't remember that. I mean, I'm sure we did.
You don't remember that?
We gave away a purple car?
You don't remember that purple car and we woke them people up and put it on a bed and followed them people in the neighborhood? That's when you could do fun Man, radio.
You could do real fun radio. Remember we used to do Crash Your Cookout? I made that up. Yeah.
Remember when Adam Pac-Man Jones was in trouble in the NFL and y'all said, Griff, go get him. Y'all got the same birthday. And remember he said, I'll come to the radio and talk to y'all. And he had only talked to Deion.
I remember that. That was a big get for us. And you led that interview.
I
right?
went and got him. Remember I said, hey, I'm at his mama house. It's 1,000 cars that all look like M&Ms and Snickers and Almond Joys and all candies, but they're the freshest cars you ever seen in your life.
Right.
When we walked in his mama's house, she had a shrine, like, you know how you walk in the house on the right, it'd be not the real living room, but a room that if you felt like it, a shrine of Pac-Man, just everything. When he was a 3rd grader, but it's because his mom was in jail. So she missed a lot of that. So the pictures mean a lot. But look, under all the pictures and ribbons, 1,000 ribbons and everything in this room is the NCAA Return Kicker of the Year award. Like the real one. Like special teams. Remember, he was that good.
Yeah, his talent has never been questioned. It's just, I just think that,
silence the shame stuff.
Absolutely.
How about that?
Exactly what it is. And everybody
silence the shame, ladies and gentlemen, is
a couch.
When Black people have, I won't just say Black people because it's not just us, but in art, it becomes generational curses when we don't address. I've been told a lot of times that I think and talk away, and I keep denying it. If you don't address that early, it can become.
Or it's never too late, though.
I was about to say 50 or 13.
Yeah, because I started therapy at 43. I'll be 46 this year. Yeah. So it's helped me tremendously. I mean, I still struggle.
Of course.
Because that's what my therapist says. This is a journey. This is a mental wellness journey.
Did she say you hard on yourself?
Oh, that was the first thing she said when I walked in the door.
But let me tell you what hard mean to me though. Hard means, and my friend is a cancer. Hard means Rashan Ali could write a book from beginning to end, this thick, proper grammar, the whole way, interesting, fun, references, and then be like, man, I don't like the title of the 6th chapter, man. That 6th chapter got me all, man. I don't know, man.
But that's the old me. That's the old me. Now I'm be like, man.
Oh, I know.
Here's what it is.
But it's called being grown. But guess what? I don't think and Erica has said, Erica also goes to therapy. We're therapy people. I've been going to therapy since I was 11. I ain't afraid to lay on a couch and tell somebody, well, it started in the 5th grade. I had a lemon head box and no one would let me whistle with it. And then all my therapists and psychiatrists have said the same thing. When you done doing all that part, let's talk about that's amazing masking.
Yes. Ooh.
That is amazing masking. Who's in there under all that?
Yeah.
Give them too much. What's going on?
Yeah.
How old are you for reals?
Yeah.
Inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you can understand that and receive that, that's called being grown, Rashan. Because for Rashan to even say this is, and I'm I'm married, but my wife know how I'm a heterosexual male.
Right.
I felt like I was the last one in Atlanta. Like,
Stop.
Okay. So I went hard. I went hard. So for Rashan to even say he had one of his nights and then to just keep it moving. What that meant was the aforementioned clubs we was talking about, the Tuesday nights on the middle of the week, they ended around 4 o'clock, 4:15, 3:45. I live past the station. I'm till it closed because I know the DJ and the owner, and we sit in this. I get to stay longer when more people come and it's closed, and I can never tell you who came. Like, and then I got to be to work in 11 minutes. Like, but was I coming in there to talk about? Sorry, man, I was there.
You were there
every time. I was present because I don't
think, like you might have had maybe one bad one.
I received that.
Yeah,
I received that
because I said one of them nights, y'all, he would be just like he'd just be doing dumb stuff, looking at me talk. I mean, it would be, but it was so.
And she would be mad because she would be reading perfect stories. And here go the old Rashan that she just said. In news today, Atlanta's having a wonderful stop. I'm sorry, y'all. Atlanta's having a wonderful, and she regrouped because she wouldn't let me bother her.
Right.
I would heckle her on purpose while she was reading, while she was talking serious. After she said, "Hey guys, this really means a lot to me, and I just need you guys to, support me in this." And we would go, "Oh yeah, Rashan," and I would go, "Boo!" Like I was 7. Yeah. And how did you deal with me? Because we're friends for reals. Like we're great friends. How did you really deal with, man, I thank God for 50 this year, Griff, because that Griff, how did you deal with me?
I think that I was able to see you in a way that other people had never seen you. And also you were able to finally let your guard down and trust a female who that you were not in a relationship with, obviously, because there was a wall you had built up. You remember when we got into it, the one and only time that we had like words,
loud talking. When you be wrong about something, you go, I don't care either. Like one of them.
And then I remember that at the end of that argument, I was like, I am not here to hurt you. And I think you sure heard those words.
And I start crying when you told me. I start weeping. My eyes getting watery now.
Right.
I start. Nobody told me that in my whole life, Rashan.
Wow.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Nobody told me that in my whole life. And you looked me in my eye and you held me by my shoulders. and you said, Griff, I'm not here. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
And a spirit came over me like she ain't.
Yeah. And that was the break. That's what everything opened up. We started winning. We started like just do everything was just like, but you needed to hear that because of that guard, because of how you were just showing up in the world, like literally agitating the whole world. I'm like, what is this? Where's this coming from?
I've learned that I pester people.
That's a good one.
I know.
Yeah.
My chiropractor told me that the other day. Lanika was with me in the because she got to go with me. I give the people the blues. She said, oh, you just pester her all day. I said, that's what I do. But you just said it too. I pester everybody.
Yeah. But it used to be like worse. Remember that time we were on the plane, man? Hairnet. And it was funny for like the first 5 minutes. But you kept going.
Yeah, I was mean.
Yeah.
It came from a dark place.
Yeah.
So as long as you got that beginning 1 through 4, you ain't want that 5 through 8. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I had to go to therapy. Because why does it become mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like when it was so much fun.
Right.
But that's what I was conditioned to. It's always fun. It's always fun. It's always fun. And then it's exact opposite real quick. No lead up. No, just
drastic. It's like
blood.
Drastic. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what my therapist told me. She said, you're a comedian and you work in segues, but you have no segue from one thing to another. But you're a comedian. Ain't that weird? Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, that is.
Yeah. How many days, how many years and days and minutes have you been a comedian now?
Today, and this was pre-recorded last week, but today I've been doing comedy for 26 years, a month, a week, and 3 days.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love when you do that. And at 9:30 every day. Do you still do that?
Absolutely.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
Absolutely.
So when it's your real birthday, I text you. I'm like, it's your birthday for real. Every year I text you the same thing.
My wife, it took her a year and a half to be like at 9:30 every time. Absolutely. And then her birthday, Halloween. So I said, if you really want to make it fresh and stop hating on me in the house, your birthday is 10/31. At 9/31 where we live, it's 10/31 where you from. So you get to say it's my birthday too.
Oh my God.
I pester her and make her play because I play hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I play hard because it go from the play. I hate you so much. You know? So it took her, she just now can say, man, what you over there thinking in that big head of yours? What you thinking about that's not here and not today?
Right. And you do have a beautiful mind.
I received that from you because you do too.
Thank you.
And hey, how cool is it for LeBron to be taking care of FAMU's basketball team? How cool is it for all these HBC? Now you went to an HBCU.
I did.
Can you explain to the people that's watching historically Black college or university for someone who might not know? Can you explain to someone watching in South Africa to why going to an HBCU, and which is a college and a university for what they would call it, what's the difference between going there or say Alabama or Florida or University of Georgia? Tell us about that.
I can only speak to my experience as far as.
And I want to hear it because your experience is awesome.
Because a lot of people who, a lot of Black folks who, decided to go to a PWI, that's literally that was their choice. That was never even, I didn't even think about going to any other institution outside of an historically Black college or university. Both of my parents went to Delaware State. My brother went to Tennessee State. So I literally applied and was accepted to Jackson State, North Carolina A&T, Tennessee State, and Florida A&M. And a lot of people don't know that I was headed to Tennessee State because my brother had gone there. And
I
of
know
course I
that,
had
but your brother was a fresh special team kicker over
yeah, he
there
was.
now.
Yes. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to TSU. I love
Exactly.
TSU. I've been going there since I was like in the 9th grade. Every homecoming,
Exactly.
kicking it. I'm like,
Nashville.
oh yeah, I'm about to kick it. Oh, ooh, we about to kick it. But I my SAT score shot up, and then I ended up getting a presidential scholarship to FAMU. And then word got to the swim coach, or I don't know, maybe my coach here for the City of Atlanta Dolphins may have reached out to them like, hey, we have a swimmer here, and so like 4 or 5 of us from Atlanta got scholarships. So I got an academic scholarship and a swimming scholarship. But to answer the original question, it is an experience that goes beyond the classroom. The woman that I am today and the appreciation I have for being a Black person stems from obviously my upbringing, but it was really molded at FAMU because you
How
got to
about that?
see Black folks from all walks of life, from the upper middle class kids from Detroit that came to school with cars already, you know, from the dudes in Miami that were sitting on whatever you call these big wheels and hydraulics, but coming to class mouth full of gold, to the West Indian people, like to whoever, and this all of this, everybody came to the middle class girl from Decatur, Georgia, and everybody comes together in this small world, and you have a greater appreciation for who you are as a Black person by seeing other versions of who you are in other people, and other males and other females, and other just in other upbringings, all of this. And that gave me a greater appreciation for who I am as a Black woman. And I just don't know where else you can get that from outside of attending an HBCU. And I did everything from becoming an AKA to being active on campus, Queen of Orange and Green. Like I was all of these things. Stepmaster. I had a TV show on a
It was a
local.
community.
I was just it was really just a preface to what my life is now.
Microcosm.
Yeah,
Absolutely. You
absolutely.
blended, you learned. You were there with Will Packard,
I
right?
was.
Do you remember him running around shooting everybody? Like,
No. So the thing about it was, well, here's the thing. When I was a freshman, they were juniors, him and Rob, because they remember
yeah.
they started the company together
Yep.
at Rainforest. And they were like, we're shooting a movie and we're having auditions. So I took my little freshman self down there because I always had dreams of acting, did the school plays, you know, I was always that girl. But then back then, your parents didn't really know how to get you into acting and
Of
all that stuff.
course.
That was
Of
like,
course.
what is that?
Right.
I was
It
like, I'm gonna
sound
go
good.
for
She gonna be on TV. I don't know
right.
how. Don't ask me either.
Exactly. So I go to this audition and I auditioned for the role of Alice, who was the girlfriend to Jason Carter, who is the curator of One Music Fest here in Atlanta. So he and I are really good friends, but I played his girlfriend, who he was one of the main characters. So I went there as a freshman and I killed the audition, killed it. I had a little fresh bob. You know, everybody loved the girls from Atlanta because we were just fresh. Everybody looked like T-Boz
Right.
and Philly and
And
you
y'all
know,
talk
and
like
Lisa.
them.
Right. So we
Right.
got our saggy shorts on, we got our heel figure shirts on, we got chains on, we got fresh bobs, we got book bags, we got Timbs and slouch socks. Like no,
Yes,
that's us.
sir. Yes, sir.
Exactly, exactly.
Yes,
But we were
sir.
all like that. So when
In
TSU,
Tallahassee, though.
right. So I got the role. And you know, Rob and Will were engineering students that just had this creative side. Rob had done a movie in high school, and so they did Chocolate City. And I remember, like, for the dolly, they used like a wheelchair and, like, you know, all these, they just made it happen. And literally that movie came out. You could still find it. And that was the thing that catapulted both of their careers. I mean, Rob Hardy just got a first look deal with Courtney Kemp, who's the writer of Power, and like he's killing it. And we all know the things that Will is doing, but Rob is the director. So he's directed Power. His show is the All American show. Like
I watch that all the time.
Exactly.
I've never missed an episode.
Exactly. So behind that is the mastermind of Rob Hardy. And again, we know all of the great work that Will has been doing. And so that was just that first project that they did together, and so many great things and great people have ascended from that project. So that's the type of thing you find at HBCUs. And to this day, if I need anything, or I have talked to both of them recently in the last couple of weeks, just
Right.
But I mean, I'm rightfully so doing my own thing. But you know, that relationship started on the campus of Florida A&M University when
Straight
I was
up.
18 years old. 18 years old.
Straight up.
Hmm.
And I love stories like that because that's the same way people are in the military. I didn't go to college, but I was 17 years old in the military, and I got friends that I know my
Yeah,
whole life, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But I also have friends like you who meant something to my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you get a whole chapter on in my book, like a whole chapter, just
Right.
rationality.
Rationality, Queen of the East Side.
Queen of the East Side. Like so y'all know how Cali I am, right? And I lived everywhere in Atlanta, but never on the East Side. But I
But you
always
love the East Side.
I stayed in the East Side. What flat shows, Panola Road? I love the East Side. I love the East Side because the East Side remind me of my mama and them. Don't
Ah,
start none, won't be none. You know
right.
what I'm saying? The East Side was so cool. They was cool on the West Side. Like they ain't even they ain't had no funk with the West Side. They just was like, all right.
We ain't go over there.
And marrying somebody from the West Side to watch them be all them East Side people being I used to always be, no. She used to, hey, she's so West Side that she
Right.
believe all East Side people do all the crime in Atlanta.
Listen,
Like
and we both had the same feelings about each other. We literally did not. We didn't. There was no coexistence. Like
at all. And I
right.
learned that quick not being
Yeah.
from there. Why was that?
I don't know. I just think that we never crossed. We never went to the West Side, and they never came to the East Side.
I
And I think
know.
right when you know, like when certain football teams would play, like when Southwest Cab played Doug, or when you know McNair played Mays, you know, it was always a big thing because it was the East Side and the West Side. It could be a couple fights, you
But them
know,
high school games, couple
high school
fights
game.
is happening.
Yeah,
But what y'all was
absolutely.
doing in high school was dancing against each other.
Oh,
Y'all
all of
had
that,
whole squads from the
all of it.
like. Talk about that for a minute, cause I
Oh
seen
man,
it with my own eyes, grown man style though.
yeah, the whole yeet culture, and they still have continued to keep the yeet culture alive. Shout out to Sweet Melanie, and all those guys. I mean, you had the Royal Passions,
I
Too
remember them.
Crucial. Of course, I'm drawing a blank on all these amazing groups that I can't think of.
But
But
this
shout out
is
to
high
all the groups.
school though, right? This
This was
ain't
yeah,
college.
this was high school. So we would have major talent shows, and these talent shows produce groups like Silk. I mean, you would have my group Royal Passion, but then Silk would be performing on the end. I remember we're backstage at Southwest Academy. I was in the ninth grade, and Silk was about to perform, and I remember like them walking in a straight line, and they had all their clothes right. They were quiet headed to the stage. I was like, this is real artistry right here.
Yeah.
But those were real moments. But so yeah, back to that. The groups are still dancing to this day. You'll see big dudes on Instagram with pot bellies, and they just ha 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 ha. You know, still getting it in. Because it truly is a culture. It truly is a culture here. All that the
Like
folks
go-go
hit the
music
folks
to
and all that stuff.
DC, y'all.
Exactly. Hit the folks really came derived from yeet. That hit
Oh
the
yeah.
folks and all. Yeah, that's nothing but yeet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fun to watch Fabo
yeah.
still having fun on just a fun dude from the West Side who wanted to go
Hmm.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I love Atlanta. Atlanta taught me so much, not just the game, but it it taught me determination.
Hmm.
Like it taught me that like Atlanta don't let you have a low self-esteem story because you got to go get it.
You
Look at
got
Tyler
to.
Perry. Like that, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the bar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at Outkast and all. Oh man, look how big the East Coast hip hop was when Outkast just
Hmm.
shut down the country.
Right. The South got
Sounded
something to
like
say.
West Coast dudes, but a harder dialect than ours, and fast and slow at the same time.
And
Like
then
it
of
was,
course you had the production of organized noise. It was very, it wasn't just the lyrics, it was everything. It was the whole package.
hey,
You know.
that was all East Side.
I mean, Dre did go to high school with me. But that was East and West because
Yeah.
Big Boy's from the West Side, but he's from Savannah. But I think he went to high school on the West Side, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought they all went to that school over there.
Tri-Cities.
But yeah, right there.
So Dre started at Southwest DeKalb. He started 8th grade. 8th grade back then was high school for us.
Got it.
He started there, and I think when he moved with somebody or whatever, they ended up meeting at Tri-Cities.
Got it.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
No. That's what I remember too.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, how are your parents?
They're doing well. You know, it's always hard to watch your parents get older. But I had a chance to make sure.
My aunt Kitten died.
Really?
On Sunday.
Oh man.
And that's my mom's oldest sister, and it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, Aunt Kitten taught me how to be the oldest, and her mantra was really, don't care what nobody say. You the oldest. They don't know. They just talking. Like, and then my mom, the baby sister.
Oh, okay.
So I got to watch. I had to become very mature, but I watched them. I go, oh, my mom, a little sister. That's why she don't like nothing, and nothing is, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kitten told me she retired as a foster care worker, so she loved people. Like, so that joy of human beings that I have really stemmed from Aunt Kitten and my Aunt Michelle. But watching, realizing that she passed this week made me remember that's my mama's sister. I'm just her nephew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm so low on the totem pole, like, of what's really happening. You know what I'm saying? So
right. When it just makes just makes you realize that you just gotta make this thing count, man.
And speaking of making it count, you are actively about to be a girl Arnold Schwarzenegger, or said without
a woman. You and that girl word, still doing it. You know I love you. A woman. Go ahead, proceed.
You're a woman that is embarking on a very cool journey to do something you've never done before. Talk about how you conquer that fear and you don't know what's going to happen.
You literally don't. Yeah, I'm going to do this bikini competition in July. It's something I've always wanted to do. I've always been, as you mentioned, I'm an athlete. I've been an athlete my entire life.
Straight up.
Having a goal or a race to compete for or a meet to compete for, like that's still in my head, even at almost about to be 46 years old. So I've trained my whole life in swimming from started swimming competitively at 5 and
competitively at 5 years old. You was doing what? Swimming to the end and coming back.
That is competitive swimming.
Absolutely. No, I'm not downplaying. I'm just trying to hear it so I can see it like that. Yeah. And competitive in Georgia, what I learned real quick was all 5-year-olds playing sports is playing them like they was 11th graders. Like that. I love to see them little boys playing football, standing like linebackers, and they 5. Like, so at 5, you were swimming competitively, like that's beautiful.
And then that was a summer league swim team. And I started swimming year round at 10. And then that's when you start getting better and you go into all these meets and you get
like AAU style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. USA swimming. So I swam. I did that for a long time, which, afforded me the opportunity to go to college. So coming out of that, I'm not just one of these people that's just going to work out. I'm going to need a goal eventually. I'm going to need something to work out for, especially when you hit a plateau. And so I've trained for half marathons. I've done triathlons. And I was like, I would really love to do a competition just to see. And I'm thinking after this last year, I'm like, let me see how I can truly transform my body and see if I can do it. And when I was on Sister Circle, Selena Johnson, singer, actress, she trained for one. And we walked with her throughout this process.
Watched her.
You watched her do it.
Can I say this? In the most non-judgmental way, she was the big girl on the show. Not big girl.
I wouldn't say it like that. Right. She's a very tall woman, fine stallion.
Oh no, that don't have nothing to do with nothing. I'm just saying, out of all y'all, she was the biggest person.
Well, tallest, whatever. But just woo, boom, brilliant shape, right? And so to watch her literally
Let me tell y'all
eat this
something.
food.
While she's talking about this, I'm just gonna put a picture right here so you can see. And we just gonna put a picture and then y'all can just see. Look, I'm gonna show you a before and an after, and not really a before and after because she wasn't. When I say big, let me clear.
Yes, please, because
Let me
you gotta
clear
be
that up
careful with
because
that, man.
I like her and I know her, and that's I don't mean it in no. I mean, if anybody with a regular eye would say, how would I describe them people? That lady's the biggest out of them four people. And that just means she either taller or she, you know what I'm saying?
You
Like
think
how
it's
you
right.
would remember something from a police, if a policeman say, how many people was over there? I would say four chicks. One of them was big. The rest of them was, I don't know, not her size.
Okay.
Was that
So
good?
yes.
Okay.
Anyway, so
I
I
felt
watched
like it
her.
wasn't.
It's fine. Walked her through it. Walked with her through. I was like, wow, that's commitment. But now I understand, and I look back on that time that she did that, and I have no idea how she was able to balance all of that. She was working on an album. She was coming to Sister Circle and dedicating her time to this to do this competition. Mind you,
Straight
she's a
up.
wife. She's a mother. Like she's got a lot of things going on. And I have dedicated so much of my time. And I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. Like I'm not on anybody's. Well, I am just finished the show with Tyler Perry. We can talk about that in a second.
Right.
But it's not like an everyday type of thing. So I've dedicated my time to it. I've been doing it since February. Had a hard leg day today. This is probably one of the hardest things I've done physically because I'm lifting heavier than I've ever lifted. I'm eating. I'm not.
What are you eating? Tell me what you're eating.
So I
In
eat.
the morning. What are you on a regular today? What was your schedule today? What's
Today
your
I had
schedule going to be for the rest of the day?
egg.
Include water too
Put at least a half a gallon of water just
for the day.
for the day.
Okay.
At least,
Yeah.
at least.
At least.
This morning before I went to the gym, I had some egg whites and avocado.
Now, what is that? That is the
Oh, you don't eat that.
no. I've been eating avocado for the last 2 years.
I'm not. I'm talking about the egg white part. You know what you call it?
Chicken
Chicken
abortions.
abortions. Right.
But I'm actually, I was told they wasn't chicken abortions by a chicken farmer. He was like, I was like, oh, you're a chicken farmer? I don't eat eggs, chicken abortion. And he looked at me like he was so offended. And he said, actually, it's a chicken period is what it
Oh,
is.
thanks.
And I was like,
Okay, I don't want them. That's fine.
no. But then I felt better because I was like, oh, but that ain't an abortion though. Like, okay, I might have an egg. So I've been slowly. What is the egg whites? Tell me about that. How do you cook them? How you take
Well,
them
I
out
just
the
get
egg?
the carton that is already the liquid in there, and I just put them in
Oh,
the.
it's just the egg
It's
whites.
the egg whites. Yeah.
How would you get it from a regular egg?
Well, like you take the yellow part out and everything that's left, the little white slimy part,
Right.
that's the egg whites.
So you just pour some of that like milk in a pan and make it like scrambled eggs.
Yep, it looked just like scrambled eggs, just white.
Got
So I
it.
had that, and then
And you put the avocado in it.
I just mix it. Like, yeah, really, I'm just trying to get some sustenance for my workout.
Got it.
Yeah. And so I eat that. Then after workout, I may have. Oh, I'm supposed to have like egg whites, oatmeal, blueberries. I may have oatmeal after, but then I'll eat. I have a chicken breast, green vegetables, half a sweet potato.
What kind of green vegetable?
It could be green beans. It could be broccoli. It could
How
be
much?
asparagus.
How
A
many
cup.
broccolis would you have if
A
you said
cup. A
a
cup.
cup?
Hmm.
Got it.
So I eat 6 times a day.
Got it.
I eat six
And
times a day.
how often are you working out? What are you working out and doing? Like, what was that extreme leg day you just had? What did you
It
do?
was awful. My trainer,
She just
it,
got mad. Y'all should see her face.
it was
She
awful.
just,
It was awful.
what was he or
Oh,
she doing to you?
I mean, I was doing these jump squats. I had to do squats on the machine, but I had to go down to the medicine ball, which really almost gave me a negative. It was like lower than 90 degrees, but but the thing about this competition is that you have to have your butt muscles, your glutes have to really be,
Like
defined.
like a bicep.
Exactly. I
Right.
don't have a butt.
Never have.
Never had a butt.
So you got to make a butt and then put muscles on it? Ouch!
Tell me about it. So all that is exercises, resistance bands, lunges,
Squat heavy in them
squats.
ones when you walk. Them.
Yes.
Got it.
So it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. So that was today. But I mean, and then I had an ab workout. So I'll come home. I come home, took the kids to school, go back to the gym. So I do 2 a day. I do pretty much 2 a days, but they're just clumped. Is one at 6 and one at
Nice.
like 8:30.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell me about these beautiful daughters of yours. And are you done having kids? Did you miss not? I know. Look, that's look, y'all's face. For the people that's watching, that was fine. But for the people that's listening, her face just now, though. She said,
No,
"Did you not hear me say I'm in a contest and I'm running around
I'm
eating
not
egg
doing that.
whites and a cup of green, whatever, a
And I
day,
probably could
twice a
have a
day?"
very healthy child at this point in my life because I'm pretty healthy and I'm,
Right.
you know, but I don't want that. I'm weird. They are 14 and 11. I can
Jesus.
leave when I please. Hey, I got this event to go to. Everybody good? Dinner is in the oven. See you. Bye.
14. Mine 14 Wednesday.
Wow, that's right. Her and Colin have
And
the same birthday.
can I just say this is where all the respect stem from, y'all. So here's this woman from FAMU who is on a radio show at FAM, preparing herself to be on radio when she leaves her microcosm of the
Mm-hmm.
world. And after going through all that, getting married, partying not as much, focusing on your family, then you say I want a kid.
Oof.
I was with you when you was I want a kid. Now I feel like what I'm saying, it's time to lock down the family and the child. And I watched you for 9 months be like, I'm so hard on pregnant women who the baby got me out here. It don't have to be like that. I watched my son, Karina, was lifting tractor tires a week before the baby was born, flipping because she was in the gym with Brandon. Anyway, Brandon is 30, by the way. How about that? And now tell
Man.
him, get away, little boy, too, the
Right.
same way. But I watched you carry your kid, have your postpartum, deal with your postpartum.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, really, and do the radio in the morning through the postpartum, like, and postpartum. I'm saying that every woman, and I'm a man and I could barely talk about it. So how about you tell them what postpartum is, ma'am?
Yeah. I
I'm,
mean,
I'm so glad I stopped.
yeah, it's just that time, and I think that what society has done, or at least sometimes we allow it to do to us, is to make us believe that this is going to be something that's picture perfect after you become a mother, like baby powder and lilies, and and for some moms it's like that. It just wasn't like that for me. I was like, what am I doing? I'm ready to go back out to the club. What we drinking on? It didn't click. It didn't click like that.
Right.
So it took me a while to become better at it. I was better my second daughter got here. Probably when I felt like I was getting a grasp of it when my older daughter was 3. And just kind of, just trying to just doing it a little bit better. But I just want women to allow themselves to feel and to, understand that your emotions, what you're feeling is real, and to talk about it, and don't try to
Ah,
suppress them, because I was like, this can't be like this. Not I ain't acting like her, like that mama. And you also can't compare, but I still do the comparison thing,
and you
like
you gotta
doing the
compare
right
because you
thing,
gotta see. Right. I love how you
So
but is that should postpartum, since we made up a word, probably men did. Men is sorry. That's what I've been learning. Especially them. Did you see Exterminate All the Brutes?
nah.
Watch that on HBO. You think wait till you see what 1805 Americans did to all the Native Americans in 100 years. Do you know that all of Florida was the Seminole Native American Indian area? All of Florida was the Seminoles. And what they did to that civilization. How about that? Oh man, Exterminate All the Brutes on HBO Max. And it's directed by a dude from Haiti. So remember, Haiti fought the colonialism and they won, but Haiti ain't been fresh since though.
Since, yep.
And he
They
know
made
it.
They made
and
life.
he know it, and he's directing it, and it's woo. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. So your daughters, please tell me about them, since I remember when they was both born. What's the big one doing? What you love about her? What's the little one doing? What you love about her?
Bailey is 14, ninth grade. She is extremely gifted, right and left brain. She's very self-aware. That's what I love most about her. Very self-aware. She's very she knows who she is, and she's proud of who she is, which is a beautiful thing. Definitely a beautiful thing. But she's a teenager, and she's her own person. It might be about time for me to be like, I'm still your mama.
Okay. How about that?
Yeah,
She's taller than you?
Yeah, that's over. All of that is over. It's fine.
Wow.
Yeah. My baby girl is, like when she's gonna be the one that comes to see about me in the nursing home. My older daughter gonna pay for it.
Ain't that funny that you know the one? I got 5 and I know who gonna see me at the nursing home. Jameson.
Yes. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. Yeah.
Even in their best, that's what you get. If Jameson gonna be there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell Jameson, don't come here, man. You could. I don't want to be in a nursing home anyway. Let me die crazy in South Africa. That's what I would like to do. By the way. What do you love about that baby?
Yeah, she's a very kind person. Mm-hmm. She's one of the kindest people I know.
Wow, that is, ladies and gentlemen, that is that's a statement right there.
Yes, she is. She does things that only kind people do.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. She's a very kind human being.
And your homegirls, Jen and them.
Jen is doing great. She she was supposed to open up the Atlanta Beer Boutique. Well, not supposed to, but the pandemic hit. That went away. She literally was probably a month out from opening up. Like everything was up. Everything was up.
Oh, okay.
So she had the pandemic hit.
Got it.
All these new stipulations. She didn't have enough outside seating. Anyway, so she literally has pivoted her entire career. She's having a beer conference coming up. She's done so much.
Yeah. That lady know her beer, Jack.
Craft beer,
talk baby. About any beer that you could buy in the store. All beers not in stores. That's what she knows about. She's been on that.
All beers are not created equally, honey. She can let you know that.
Man. And your Ohio State Buckeye friend.
She is doing great. Can I tell you a quick story? I know we got to wrap up soon.
Yeah.
She came to support me at an event for the 100 Black women. And there was another award recipient who was sitting next to me and their nephew. So it was my parents, my husband, another friend of mine, her, and he was next to me. And he was like, "Who's your friend?" And I was like, "Oh, and I knew she had been in a relationship, but I was like, I ain't really." The dude was like taking his time, really settling down. I was like, "Oh, it's my friend Tamika. She's amazing, and I'm bigging her up." He was like, "Oh, okay, I'd love to, talk to her, whatever." So they exchange information, and you don't think about it. And then she was like, I saw her again because she was serving as the Sporty Girls executive director at the time, and that's my nonprofit. And she was like, "Hey, the guy that we've been out on a couple of dates," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Fast forward. She's like, "Hey, he came and helped and and volunteered at a Sporty Girls event. Then he's like, hey, we went on a trip together. And then I saw her at Target. And I was like, she's like, Rashan, I've been meaning to call you. This is obviously right before the pandemic. Been meaning to call you. And she opens up her jacket.
You lying to me.
She's pregnant. That little boy is now going on 1. They're engaged to be married. They live in a beautiful home out on the east side, and they are together. I went to their baby reveal, like they talking about me in their video, like all of it. So that's how she's doing.
Good. That it just sounds like everybody around you is blessed. Your parents is blessed, your family is blessed. Please tell your brother. So Rashan's brother and I was in marriage counseling together, and everybody had got kicked out, and it was just down to like me and my ex Tony, Rashan, brother, and another couple. Like it was like 15 couples that started marriage counseling.
Y'all was pledging marriage counseling. Hey. Only 3 couples left. That's hilarious.
Anyway, everybody around you is awesome. You are awesome. I was on
you.
CJ's Instagram thing she had for her birthday.
Yeah,
that was fun.
That was super
fun. You and Ryan, seeing Ryan. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, just y'all's relationship, man. But look, I could talk to you for 2 hours. I knew it wasn't going to be 30 minutes. I said to myself, I'm going to tell her 30. I'm going to squeeze an hour about her, but I might be able to get like 75. And I'm right at 71 or so. But Rashan, thank you. How can not just people, what are you working on next? How can people get to you if they really talk about something? Like if they need a host, if they need actresses, if they need, a creative writing team, like how would they contact you? What's the best way? How not to get on your nerves? All serious inquiries only.
Yeah.
On my door, it say, don't ring the bell. Just walk away slowly. I know it's still in me, even with all the Jesus. Just a little.
Just a little bit. Request Rashan@gmail.com. That's easy. And I'm on all social media platforms at Rashan Ali. No dots, no I's, no underscores. At Rashan Ali, RASHANALI. And I am on a new show coming out in August. From Tyler Perry Studios called All the Queen's Men. I have a very good role in that. I'm excited.
Do you? Yeah.
It's
what
very
platform
different.
Is it coming on?
BET Plus.
Yeah, he has that relationship with them. Wow,
yeah,
Rashan.
So it's a big.
When's the Arnold Schwarzenegger date?
July 10th.
Okay, cool.
So I'm 2 months out from that.
Good. And how you feel?
I feel amazing.
Nice.
I really do. I feel like there is a level of ascension that is happening.
That's amazing.
That I've never experienced.
Yeah.
Because I just know who I am and who I'm becoming. And it's different than who I used to be.
Yeah, of course. Your latter years. That's what the Bible says.
Yeah.
Your latter years. So to watch
I'm excited about who she is.
An Olympian when you almost 50. You the lady. You the black lady that is on the cruise that's 65 with no dudes, with all muscles and no body fat. You her.
Yeah, why not?
What?
Why not?
Why not? And live your life. Come on. Rashan, I love you.
I love you.
We're going to end on that. You stay blessed. Give my love to everybody who you know. Ask about me.
I know. Trillion.
I love you, man.
Love you too, dog.